Okay. So, a very good afternoon, madam, and it's such a pleasure to have you with us today. I'll take you
Thank you,
through.
sir.
I'll
Yeah.
take you through the presentation that I have for you, about 40-45 minutes, and then we can have a discussion as to how do we go ahead. I hope that's fine with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So, basically, World Innovation Network Private Limited is an Edtech company. And our vision is to build the digital innovation and incubation ecosystem, not only in India, but all over the world. I hope I'm audible and you can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. I can see you. I can hear you
Very good. Excellent.
loud and clear. Yeah.
Yes. My name is Praveen Rajpal. I'm the founder and CEO of World Innovation Network. I'm joined by my colleague, Mr. Navneet, who looks after the business development functions. And so basically, the mission is to empower the minds at all the academic and corporate institutions with digital tools to develop innovation and incubation capacity at scale, speed, and cost efficiency. So that's the three basically, pillars. How do we do it at scale? How do we do it at a great speed? And how do we do in the most cost efficient manner? So this is basically the objective that we have. And uh, our breakthrough solution is the digital incubator and the accelerator platform. This is one of the big disruptions that we are creating, which is replacing the traditional physical incubators in India and all over the world. And amongst the best of the awards and achievements, I would say, in the last few years, this year has been the CII and the Tata Communication Award to us for digital transformation as the most innovative practice. The whole idea is to integrate the incubator and the accelerator. So far, the institutions only have, they were only having the incubators with them. But the time has come, when they also will have to link their incubators with the accelerators. So basically, it's a cloud platform of an integrated incubator and an accelerator platform, plug and play, which means any university by subscribing can have the access anytime, anywhere, and on any device. The six most powerful tools or tools that we provide are here on your screen. The one is the most important one, that is called IILM, which is the World Innovation Network app. It is the world's largest open innovation network and a marketplace. So everybody can go and explore their next big idea for innovation there. They can find their next startup idea and they can explore many new opportunities on this platform. And the biggest advantage of this platform, IWIN, is that you can collaborate with the next generation of multiple stakeholders. So the huge gap that used to exist, between the industry and the academia has completely been eliminated with this solution. So there are, hundreds of corporate venturing companies having billions of dollars with them to invest in these startups. You can connect with them. You can connect with the corporate accelerators. These accelerators are providing great support to the startups in mentoring, prototyping, commercialization, market access, and funding. So this is the support system for all the startups. And the other thing is, what we are providing is, this tool basically helps, in connecting the entire innovation ecosystem. See, people with ideas have no money, and people with money have no ideas. How do we connect both of them? So on a connected ecosystem, when you work, all the challenges that you're facing today for scale up are completely eliminated. The next tool we provide is called Ideate. The 3D idea generators, it's an innovation Rubik's. The students actually, play and have fun. This is based on gamification methodology and, helps in developing the cognitive flexibility of the students and helps them to come up with some great ideas for future innovations. The third tool that we provide is called iStart. This is the most important resource that we provide. And all other tools are connected with this. This is the guided mind maps, the set of 100 guided mind maps, which converts the idea into the businesses. So, all the students today, they have ideas and they don't know how to convert into a business or, how to convert it into a scalable business model. The guided mind maps, they guide them on every step to create that. The next is called ISS. How do we assess the innovation assessment, the power of the idea, the power of a startup? How do we validate the idea? That's one of the biggest challenges that many of the institutions they face today. So we empower the students and the faculty with idea assessment tools for the measurement of their ideas so that they can fine tune their ideas, measure, analyze, improve, and evolve. The next tool we provide is called iPresent, a set of 50 premium presentations to create a big impact. So basically, these are the tools, all these tools, they enable you to accelerate your startups. I was having a presentation before you with the director of an institute in Hyderabad, and he was saying, I don't know why people take so much of time. And he felt that our tools can really accelerate, and instead of years, 3 years, 4 years, they could complete their assignment in 6 months. So this is the power. Some of our top academic customers include the MET of Dubai, ICFI, MGM Group, Sharda University, lovely professional, Birla Institute of Technology, Sharda, I mean, you name it, and we have the topmost, the Terry School of Business. The topmost institutions in India have subscribed to this platform and provided to their students. And of course, also some very good corporates, which include Tata Motors and ITC and the Aditya Birla Group. Now, the biggest advantages, of this kind of a platform is that it completely boosts, supercharges your overall innovation ecosystem. Today, there are so much of pressures on any kind of an institution today, not from one side, from every side. You need an EDC, you need to have an AIC, you need to have the Research and Development Center, the TBIs, ACICs, Idea Labs, and your specialization innovation centers in energy, IoT, agriculture, whatever you call it. So this is going to supercharge your innovation ecosystem completely. The next is, many institutions today, they do not have the funds to create a very grand, physical incubator.
Innovation center, yeah.
Yes, so that is one of the biggest challenges, why this is called a breakthrough. So you eliminate the land cost, the construction cost, building cost, furniture cost. You don't need a physical space today. Innovation is now a virtual platform, is all happening virtually today. That is the biggest advantage. And that is why we say that it's an accelerator as well. You can develop the large scale digital incubation infrastructure, which means you can convert your existing computer labs into the innovation and incubation labs. You can convert your classes into the ideation centers, And of course, wherever you are, your laptops and smartphones, you don't need a physical space. I mean, let's see what happened to banking, right? You don't need a physical bank today. The neobank is all about the digital banking infrastructure. So you can really expand your incubation infrastructure with the tools that we have. And the incubator is a place wherever, your mobile phone is. Developing the new age skills for the jobs. So we say that this is not just for, innovators and entrepreneurs. I think the organizations are looking for the innovative talent today. They're looking for design thinking skills. They're looking for problem solving skills, entrepreneurial talent, technology intelligence. So these tools, when the students are working on them, whether or not they become innovators or whether or not they become entrepreneurs, at least they do a great addition to their skill building. The fifth is you can introduce many, new portfolios of the programs. AICT programs are there. ARIA calls for innovation and entrepreneurship, MBA, BBA programs, diploma, PhD. So these tools, even if you do not recruit the faculty, they can maximize your revenues. This is a very big business advantage that it offers to any kind of an institution today. So you can roll out many programs in your long-term programs, and even the short-term certification program which ARIA wants, in the field of design thinking, innovation, and startups can be started by you. And the funds from the industry. Industry is having so much of funds today in innovation and research grants and startup investments, CSR, etc. Our impact on NAC is very, very big. It's about 75% parameters we impact. Curricular aspects, research, innovation, and an extension that you have to do, creating and startup enabling infrastructure, resources, and best practices. Similarly, we have a very big impact on your ARIA, because ARIA calls for developing mindsets not only in the EDCs, but in the whole institution as a whole, democratize innovation and entrepreneurship. How will you do that? The universities have so many students today, and how many new professors you will need to do that, which is a very, very cost-effective proposition, I would say. So you save a lot of money, and you can build the mindsets, you can democratize innovation and entrepreneurship, and you can really improve your innovation infrastructure, bring in new programs for impacting the outcomes, which are innovation, startups, and the collaborations. This is our impact on the ARIA. So overall business advantages can be seen that it's a holistic advantage that we provide, right from boosting your industry academia, to increasing new jobs, to generating revenues, to saving capital expenditure, to maximizing your innovation rankings, etc., etc. So this is basically, in a nutshell, I would say, the overall advantages of the platform that we provide. And when you talk about our offerings, we provide all our tools. We conduct the faculty development workshop in step number 2. Step number 3, we also conduct the students training workshop on the basis of this tool, so that these tools can be very effectively used by them. We provide you with the regular updates and give you a 24/7 technical support. So this is basically as far as our tools and our presentation on our offerings are concerned, and what we do. If you have any questions, I'll be very happy to answer you at this stage.
Yeah, definitely. I have a few questions, but first of all, really nice thing, and I think this is something what the students are needed, and looking at the cost effective and also the like a digital platform of acceleration is something which is really impressive. Really impressive. That's what I would like to say in one word.
Thank you.
Yeah. So questions, yes. Suppose the student gets access to these 6 tools. So as per your experience till now, what is the time he takes to develop a complete idea and enters into a startup phase?
I would say it will be anywhere between 6 months to 9 months for a student.
Yeah, so less than a year we can say.
Less than a year. Yeah, you don't need 2 years, 3 years to create a startup. So what I will do right now, I will give you the glimpses of those tools, the demonstration, what these tools are, right?
Sure. Then secondly, yes, as you say, it is like institutional membership. Like if we get this tool, access to this tool, it will be institutional membership.
Yes.
Or will it be a user number of users? How many students are using based on that?
No. We wanted to. I mean, it is not meant for users. It is for the entire institution. Because the main thing is, that it is also impacting the jobs, the careers. We cannot confine it only for few students who want to do their startups only. If you see the NEP says that there has to be a great focus on development of future-ready skills. And ARIA talks about...
Just a minute. Huh?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm in meeting. I'll call you back. नहीं आप ऐड करके वापस भेज दो, कोई बात नहीं, मैं सर को वापस because I'm sure you must have something more. अब बस वो ऐड करके भेज देना मुझे। अच्छा मैं ना मीटिंग में हूँ, मैं कर इसके बाद आपसे बात। Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so answering your question, limiting the software package and the tools only to limited section of the students will not serve your purpose, madam. Because today, the biggest problem that our students are facing is they're not getting the right placements. And that is because their skill development is not happening. So with these tools, even if he does not become the entrepreneur, if he practices working on these tools, he develops design thinking skills, creative skills, problem solving skills, innovation skills, entrepreneurial skills. And if he's able to demonstrate those skills when he's going for the job interviews, he's getting compensation which is 2 to 3 times better than the earlier compensation. This is what has been our experience. So we do not want to confine this only to a limited section of the students. We want to give it to all the students. So how many
All
students?
the students.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many students you have in your institution?
Almost 1200 students.
1200. So all the 1200 students will have the access.
Will have it.
Yeah. So I will just take you through any other question you have before I go to
yes. One question. There's the same web slide as of now. What you are showing. It shows faculty training as well as student training. If students are going to use, then like what exactly the faculty training will involve, and how much support you will be giving to student training in what phases. For example, if you're saying that 9 months they would be using this tool, so will it be phase wise? Will it be once at a time, or like once for all, or how?
Okay, basically, see, we provide all the tools, number one. Number two, all the faculty of the institution, they are trained by us as to how to effectively use the tool from mind to market journey, right? So that training we provide. Similar kind of a training we also provide to the students on a virtual platform, right? So all over the world, we are doing the same thing. However, having said that, these are all minimum one trainings. Having said that, if they are stuck anywhere in between, and if they are not able to understand your faculty or your students, we are always there to provide them with any kind of a support in terms of clarifying their doubts. So that kind of a thing is available to you at any point of time. Normally, some of the institutes do come back to us maybe after 3 months or 2 months, they are getting stuck up over here. So we provide you with that kind of a support. There is no extra payment required over there. So if they are getting stuck up anywhere, they can ask to our consultants and trainers and experts anytime. No problem.
Okay, so this student training will happen every year, because every year we have new students. So
yeah, if you have this,
every year.
Our students training program for this particular, see, that is why we have trained the trainers, right? Even if you're changing the students every year, this may not be required because your trainers are trained and the tools are very simple to use.
Okay.
Right, there is no need, but sometimes if you need that support, we can always work that out. We never say no to any of us.
Or maybe we can have that recorded sessions also.
Yeah, and our whole process is basically tutorial based, video based, instruction based. It is all automated, So our tools are absolutely process driven. So there is no problem at all. Now,
okay. Yeah.
Now,
over to you.
Yeah. So I'll take you through the tools that we have. As I said, one of the most important resource we provide to you is called the guided mind maps. Now, these guided mind maps are integrated. They are connected with the other tools also. So right from your problem identification to resolving, to creating breakthrough innovations, translating them into design and the products, creating new technology applications, business models, go-to-market strategies, and raising the funds from the corporate venturing companies. All these mind maps are there for you. So let us say today, if you want to really go and find out what are the challenges, what are the opportunities which are available, simply click on the mind map. So this is the guided mind map which is given to you on your screen. If you tell anybody to innovate, it becomes very easy because it's a very structured method of identifying, finding out the problems or the needs. The first thing is explore the challenges. So where is the repository of the challenges? In one click, I can go to the World Innovation Network platform, which I told you. So these mind maps are connected with them, and I can find out that these are the various challenges that the world is facing today, and which we keep on updating. All the challenges, of the companies, of the organizations. Now, I want to find out what is the challenge of Unilever. I can simply go and click and see, what are the challenges that they're facing today. Climate action, regenerative nature, positive nutrition, right? And one click, and I can see that they're looking for the sustainable packaging for an ice cream. So I know that this is basically a challenge that, which I can immediately, work on. So one very big advantage is that, you can find out the challenges that you want to work on. Not only do you find a challenge, you also know the customer who's going to giving you the support to resolve that challenge or pay you when your challenge is resolved. So you have this, platform over here. Similarly, you can go and find out the needs. What are the needs of the industry? Our students are basically going to join the industry tomorrow, and they must know what the industry is looking for. And that is why I say this also develops their skills a great deal. So what are the requirements of every industry today? Let us say every sector, whether it is FMCG or automotive or pharma or chemical or energy, they can go and find out their needs, which is so important today. So in one click, I can go to the FMCG sector and see there are so many companies, 36 companies, Nestle, Procter and Gamble, Coca-Cola, Estee Lauder, all these organizations, who are now basically they're outsourcing their innovation to universities and students. They are no more innovating internally. Innovation has become an external game. And for years and years, we had so many problems of the gap between the industry and the academia. That's completely avoided. So I can go and find out, click on one of these companies, let us say Procter and Gamble. So innovating together, what is Procter and Gamble looking for? We must know what the industry's challenges are. And that is why we always...
Sorry to interrupt. But what is the source of this information?
The source of information is our research. The source of information is the website pgconnectdevelop.com. So we did a research, it's a completely research-backed business intelligence program that we provide to you, right? This is not my website. So we looked into these organizations and their open innovation ecosystem where these websites were there. So we curated that and put under the industry sector, right? So what is Procter and Gamble looking for? You can see the current needs. And this is what I say, that it is about open innovation in action, as opposed to the closed innovation that most of the institutes in India, they practice. The left hand does not know what the right is doing. We are working in a disconnected innovation ecosystem. That is why our innovations don't succeed. So here is an open innovation in action, where all the big companies today are partnering with the entrepreneurs and the startups and innovators and to co-create. And that is, I think, a big change which has happened from what innovation used to be, innovation 1.0 and innovation 2.0, right? So they need fabric care innovations. They need Life Lab, oral, personal and family care, beauty and grooming innovations, right? Spark Beauty. So the list goes on and on. But the good thing is, I can simply go and click over here to know more about what they need in the oral, personal and family care. And you see there are 14 current needs. Tomorrow they might be 15 or 16 or 17. It's a dynamic platform maintained by Procter and Gamble. Now, they need so many new innovations, like diagnostic technologies for healthcare, for example, right? How do you assess? How do you find out a new disease on your mobile phone? Now, if I like this idea, I can simply come over here and paste the idea in my problem identification stage. This is the idea. This is my discovery. This is that big idea that I want to work on. The problem over here is that most of the students, they are not selecting the tier 1 problems. But when you go to the problems of these companies and their requirements, you know that you're working on the right kind of a problem, which has got a great product market fit. How do we resolve this? So there is a scientific method of resolving these problems. You can resolve it with the analytical thinking. You can fold and you can, so what are the causes of the problem? The student has to write what he thinks is the cause. Why does he think that this problem is there? Just pick up the subtopic and expand the triggers which are given over here. This enables him in understanding the problem much better. So this is the analytical thinking part. The next is the creative thinking part. But what is creativity? The student doesn't know what is creativity, but they're app driven. It's an app driven generation today. Just give them the directions, right? So what is the meaning of out of the box thinking? How will you challenge the boundaries and limitations? What is the meaning of divergent thinking? What are your divergent ideas? So the students actually come up with lot many ideas, when they are given with a platform like this, the what if scenarios. What if we discontinue this, right? What if we make it virtual? Anything that you pick up, it gives you the new sense of ideas. Well, Google talked about information on a click. World Innovation Network is today talking about ideas on a click. Wherever you click, you get the ideas. If you want to talk about frugal innovations or jugaad that we talk about, how do you do more with less or do better with whatever is available? Now imagine if you have to train this to the students, to 1,200 students today, it will become very difficult and it will become a repetitive exercise. There is no time and I need to have at least, 10 more professors to teach this. But if it goes, sorry?
Yeah. No, that's the correct thing you are mentioning.
Yeah,
because we are doing it physically as of now.
Yeah, it's a process. So how do we make it a process? How do you create ideas for our resource constraints in the world, right? So it gives them thought processes. Abhi tak kya hai कि they are actually only memorizing. They're only memorizing, but memorizing is not going to solve the problems of the world. When they enter the organizations, they have to solve the problems. Imagine a person who's read this and he suddenly comes to the organization for a new job. And if he knows this process, how many problems of that company he can solve? That is why I say that this is not only for the entrepreneurs. This is also for all the students who are going to be taking up their jobs in the future. So you can actually say that your students have been groomed and trained in creativity, innovation, design thinking, and all that. So that's creative thinking. Now, what is the next level of thinking? The next level of thinking is called unconventional thinking. Our students are, right from the very childhood, they have been trained for a linear thinking, right? Now, these non-linear thinking patterns, how do you break the rules? The first rule of innovation is to break that rule. How do you break the rules? So this is breaking the conventional rules. Now, for example, we have explained to them with an example of McDonald's. The stretch rule, for example, you read this rule. The standard industry rule says, serve the food to the people only in the restaurants. But McDonald's, they broke this rule and they said that let us introduce a drive-through so that we can capture the road traffic. Right? So when the students read the notes, immediately they can apply and they can say that this is my stretching the idea. This is how I will stretch the idea. There are 10 such principles, right? But in the best interest of time, I am only showing you the limited versions. Now, you go to the next one, design thinking. There are many problems which can be resolved with the elementary design thinking. Now, what is this design thinking? The moment I expand this mind map, I see various principles over here, right? I see the principle of combine. How can I combine things, right? So what does it mean? How do you combine products, processes, technologies, materials, and chemicals, right? And the links are given for them to understand more as to, for example, how Victorinox, a knife making company, creates multiple tools for various people. This is for a golfer, this is for a carpenter, this is for a mechanic, this is for the automotive, this is for a hardware engineer, for a policeman, they gave a whistle, right? So the entire platform, it teaches them the whole idea of design thinking principles. How do you eliminate? How do you adjust? How do you modify? And you can maximize. You can just click it over here to understand how can you modify. It's a fantastic, such a easy platform. Innovation.
Can I just
Please.
you for a minute? Yeah. So is it possible to give you a temporary access to one
No,
or two
actually,
people?
no, actually, the problem is that, this is not a software, madam. This is a business intelligence. As you see, you will get to know. See, if I tell you what is a software, if I open a new mind map, right? I'll just show you that. If I open a new mind map, this is the mind map I get on my screen, right? This is a software. But we don't provide the software. We are providing with a complete intelligence. I mean, now tell the student to create or resolve an idea, how he will do that? He doesn't know anything, right? This is the blank mind mapping template. There is a great difference between the business intelligence. We are a business intelligence company. Now, it'll be difficult. So let me just come back to this. So
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, this is the way they basically go through every process. How will they resolve it in a technology, with a technology thinking? How will they resolve it? And what is going to be the ultimate outcome of this particular mind map? So how do I make this faster? So the student, if he has any kind of a solution, he knows that this is how he needs to make it faster or better or simpler or cheaper, smarter or greener. This is basically, I would say, the 6 types of thinking which he applies. But then many of the students, they come up with some very vague ideas, and their innovations and their startups, they fail at a later stage. Initially itself, it is very important for them to apply this, the idea of validation, which is the desirability of the idea. Is it a top tier 1 problem? What is the feasibility? What is the viability from the business point of view? What is the scalability of the idea? The sustainability and compatibility. These are very important parts even for the faculty which is mentoring them, because any kind of an idea just cannot become successful unless it passes through those kind of tests.
These tests, right.
Yeah, so this is very important. And so as I said, resolving the challenges, coming up with the ideas. So let me talk to you about design innovations. What you saw in the initial design thinking was only preliminary ideas. But the entire set of the tools that we provide over here, they give them, about 40 such principles, which enables them to create some breakthrough designs. But what are those principles? The click over here gives you the meaning of that principle. The principle of segmentation. How, and the examples are given over here, how IKEA divided the furniture into modular parts. So we are asking the student your design concept, which is based on this principle. They have to write by simply expanding. I'm sure there are many more modular ideas that the students can come out with. So they become the projects for your institution. Nextly, the principle of extraction. So this says that, extract the disturbing property of an object. So you see the wheels were taken out of the truck to create the shipping containers. So innovation is not a rocket science. I think the students, their minds must be triggered. So what is your design concept which is based on this principle? There are likewise many such principles. I mean, that is going to create so many design innovations in your college. The principle of nested doll, which created a folding bicycle, right? There's so many, I mean, the principles of design and, the way, the whole thing that, we provide to them, it enables them to really create some amazing design innovations and come out with the products. So, giving them for their innovation projects could be a great idea. Next is the technology. More than the technology, I think it is about the applications of the technologies, right? So you can explore the whole world of technologies for creating the new applications. Any technology that you want to take, you can simply click on them. Supposing India's drone policy is out now. People are looking for many new drone applications. Yeah. So I can go and I can click over here to see what are the new applications that I can have from the drone technology. So you can see that there are all the applications which are given over here, which makes it easy for the students not only to find a new application, but actually create many more new ideas. So one click on any of these parts, I mean, let us say healthcare. There's so many ideas which are available on the healthcare drones today. And if he has any other idea which he can think, all he has to do is simply go here and enter a new idea. When you see the ideas, you get new ideas, the industrial applications. How can I create an industrial application of the drone? For every industry, let us say for the shipping industry, supplying the medicines in the inaccessible areas. In the case of the forestry industry, monitoring the illegal quarrying. So, the students learn from here the whole concept of ideation and conceptualization in a true sense. And if they want to know more, they can go and explore the World Innovation Network platform to see what are the new applications of the drone technologies. This is our research. So 136 new applications of drone technology, the videos which are there, they keep on, updating them. So at the stage of mind map itself, we are basically telling the students why and how they can actually see this, and the next channel tells them about the drone solution providers. Because today innovation is not just about starting from a scratch, it is also about creating partnerships. So how Samsung went to Silicon Valley and they partnered with Google, and the world leader Nokia was thrown out. So all these solution providers, of the drones. So if you want to really go and understand them more, or you want to partner them, you want to bring those technologies to India, let us say, the Elroy Air in the logistics, for example, you can really understand them. So I think technology intelligence, and that is why I said that it's not just for the innovators, for students who are going to be taking up jobs, this really helps them in building their technology intelligence. So, at every stage, you will find that the mind maps, they keep on guiding them. How do you create a business model? One click. Now, this is an area where many of the people, they fail because to create a business model,
they do not identify correct model, right?
Yes, there are so many business models that they want to actually, whether they want to have the markup or a freemium or a renting or licensing or commission or a combination of that. They really need to, work on that. But even more important than that is, I think when it comes to creating the operating models. So they have a choice today. They can be on the online marketplace. They can be both into B2B and B2C, or their choice could be only B2B, right? So it is extremely important for them to explore what are the various kind of models that they're going to be working on, and go to market strategy, which is a make or break. Again, I would say that many of the startups, they fail this asset test. But what are those go-to-market strategies? So in the go-to-market strategies, one of the most important things is the campaign. But what are the ingredients of a good campaign? Many of them, they fail to do the proper brand positioning for themselves. Creating the awareness in the minds of the customers, effective communication which resonates with the pain points, and understanding the proper target markets. So all this, let us say, even the segmentation of the customers. So everything is aligned over here for them to simply explore and create an excellent, go-to-market strategies, understand the strategic dealer network, create competition, know the new marketing technologies that can be used by them for their innovations, or come up with, many innovative marketing strategies as well. So how do you do that? How can you actually make sure that, your idea actually reaches the people for which it is very, very important? And that's what I said, it's very important for them to analyze and understand all these areas. Finally, I have made a startup, but my biggest problem is not there. My problem is scale up. How do I scale up now? Because many of the students, as I have realized, that most of them, they only fail when they have to go to scale. But here is a platform which connects them with hundreds of companies who are sitting on millions of dollars for investing in the startup. This is the biggest problem. While those companies are looking for startups, our startups are looking for the funding, and they don't know each other. This platform, enables them to connect with all those players in one click. If my student has an automotive idea today, he simply clicks it here, and then I'm connected to 28 automotive corporate venturing companies. They are far better than the traditional, venture capitalist who only works for money. These companies, they don't work for money. They work for solving the problem of their customers. And that is why it is far easier for a student to negotiate a deal with them. The other venture capitalist, he's a Shylock. He wants.
No, that's like impact investors, you mean to say.
He will, do the student the arm twisting strategies, right? But these companies, they're very fair, and they deal with the students and the ideas of the outsiders. They have written policies on that, right? And that is the best part. So the student, let us say, in the automotive business can connect with Toyota, and they're looking for explorer, disruptors, and innovators. One click, and you see, everything has become digital. The pitch deck has to be submitted digitally. I can click on this link and answer these questions that Toyota is asking. So tell us about yourself, and this is what the student actually does. Now, this is the whole platform, hundreds of these companies who are there today. Now, imagine any idea you have in the healthcare, any student, any startup has he created. Where will he go next? If he goes to the venture capital company, he's gone. But there are about 38 corporate venturing companies who have created the funds, corporate venturing companies, to invest in the startups. Whether it is Eli Lilly or Baxter or Novartis, everyone is looking for the new idea. And that is why they have created their own venture capital companies. So the ecosystem.
So this I really like. Why? Because it's been recent development now. It's not only CSR, but also entrepreneurship development is one of the segment of businesses to invest, and beyond CSR and sustainability, it's also the entrepreneurship development.
It has become the mainstream business of the organizations. CSR will come at a very, very fag end, but I'm saying this has become the mainstream business of large companies. Large companies have realized that they do not have the time internally to invest in the innovations. Their people do not have the time. They are scouting. They're scouting for the external startups.
Right.
But unfortunately,
so outsourcing innovation is
exactly. Yeah. You said it. You nailed it. And this outsourcing is now. The problem was that was a completely disconnected system. We have connected them together and brought it under one umbrella, whichever sector you want to go. Now imagine that there are so many companies willing to invest in your startup. And the kind of deal, you are not dependent on one person. You can write to 40 of these companies.
Correct, correct.
And even more important than that is that, any segment that you want to go, FMCG, energy, robotics, software, agriculture, even an industry which was completely averse to
Niche.
innovation, a mining industry, there are the world's top mining companies are collaborating with the startups. Can you imagine? The Anglo-American Ventures, the Yale Ventures of Brazil, BHP Ventures of Australia, Rio Tinto of Canada, all these companies have now created their venture capital funding. The industry which was not there at all in the open innovation has joined the open innovation bandwagon. Now, this is what I wanted to tell you is the whole platform that we have created, and it is here on your screen. It is on a cloud, World Innovation Network app, 5,700 linkages, right? To anything that you want, including your learning management systems. You want to know how to create a successful pitch deck, simply go and see the video, right? It's A to Z of innovation. You want to create a business plan, you want to talk to, you want to understand about the metaverse or the technology, you want to know what are the new robotics applications which are going on, and who are the new solution providers. In one click, you can see the latest trends. Because innovation does not mean anything unless you know what are the emerging technology applications, right? So how can we, so every area, 3D printing, smart agriculture, smart healthcare, everything that you want to know, is here on a click of a button. So making it one of the most robust platforms, that we have the challenges, I would say, we talked about the corporate venturing setup company. Look at these 375 corporate venturing companies, every sector who can help your startup. But more than that, hundreds of accelerators. Now, venturing will come when the startup is there. But these companies will come. I mean, let me give you the example of Bosch. These companies will come even when there is a POC. So assuming that your student has a POC and he does not want to create a startup anymore, so you can see that there is a platform called Open Bosch. So this Open Bosch is creating win-win partnership between Bosch and startups. And you see what they're writing here, madam. They are saying that we purchase your solution at a POC stage. What a boom time. What a great time for an entrepreneur and a startup today. He can become a serial POC creator. That is why Bosch became the world's most innovative company, because they are outsourcing innovation from the students, right? So today, the larger companies are not innovating internally. They have all outsourced it. And this is a huge platform, for not only enabling them to create startups with our tools, but how do you scale, which is $1 million question. You want to see energy companies? Now, I have an idea in the energy, but in my college, I don't have any resource. So, this Shell, they created a platform and they say that we work with startups on unproven early stage ideas with the potential to impact the future of energy. Who is going to work? Only Shell can do that. That is why I say, without the connection, your innovation cannot see the light of the day. Right? So this platform,
Rightly said.
yeah, it cannot see the light of the day. It cannot scale up. First of all, it cannot really become successful.
First of all, it will not even survive.
So the existence, bringing to the light accelerators by chemical companies, by consumer electronic company. Can you imagine that Samsung,
So
LG?
it's really impressive. What I would say in it, because it includes all the expertises. So, the institutes where we have limited expertises, as in innovation and entrepreneurship development is there, this would be a really
Yeah,
great.
Indian companies are not far behind. Look at Maruti. Look at Maruti Mail. Look at Vedanta Spark. Look at GMR. Now, my student has an idea on the airport today. Where will he go? I don't have the expertise. So what they're saying is, Benefits for the startup is airport ecosystem exposure, access to GMR partnership, mentoring from the subject expert and funding opportunity. Madam, आप मुझे ये बताइए, tell me how
ये
difficult it is
सब
to do.
इस पे कहीं नहीं है.
You cannot get.
Yes.
This is a great research that our company has done, and not from 1 year. I think over the last 10 years, we have been working on creating this huge.
So how long you are into this segment? Like आपने ये product launch किया?
I would say that we created this product in the pre-COVID days. Right, but because of the COVID, it could not actually, the universities were closed. But right now, as I said, universities have started really adopting it very fast. You can say 3 years now, 3 to 4 years.
3 years, okay. Into how, like India and which other countries? So
We
basically
are-
started in India, right?
Yeah, started in India. Now we are expanding into US. There's a company called Guinea Global Innovation Institution. They are our marketing partners to market this in 40 countries. Argentina, South Africa, NNPC, Africa. So there are many, GWC Qatar. They have recently subscribed to it. So it's become, not only for the universities, I would say even for the corporates, it has become a very
Yes.
valuable product. So this is basically, in a nutshell, I would say the entire platform that we have. And,
No, got much clarity on the platform side, and I'm really impressed. That's what I will say, that it's an impressive platform. And currently it's meeting all the requirements of any educational institutes, which is really keen to develop on entrepreneurship in the students. So coming to this thing, commercial, how membership things, what are the
I'll tell you,
commercials
see,
and
basically, I'll tell you, the commercial part is a very, the best part of this entire journey, because, we really provide a very affordable, I would say, commercials. Some water. So you can see here on your screen that we are basically providing the commercials to the university for the whole institution, I would say, not the university. We have 3 models, but if I start from the basic model, where you get all the 6 tools, you get the faculty training in this, student training, technical support, updation support, lifetime validity. We don't charge year-on-year basis, right? And, license for conducting the short-term programs or long-term programs. Even for, so let's say you want to use our tools for conducting BBA, MBA and provide them, we allow that. Total charges for 1,200 students is about 5 lakhs. So you can say that it's about how much? Just about 400 rupees, I would say, per student for a lifetime license. Maximum 500 rupees. But what we say is that today you are 1,200. Tomorrow, if you become 1,500, those new students also have the access to this.
And every student will have lifetime access, right?
Yes, every student will have the lifetime access. Our objective is not just to make money, madam.
Yeah, so even if the student leaves, becomes alumni of the institute, he will be, or she will be.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That is the best part. He will have the access to this even if he has left the organization, he's gone to the company. These mind maps and the tools and idea generators will be his resource for lifetime. So he can help those organizations also to innovate.
So in this model, whichever silver, gold or platinum, the student will get individual login and something like individual access, right? Individual credentials.
Correct. He will be having an access. See, we actually give it, how it works. We create a consolidated cloud platform for your institution.
Okay.
Let us say for 2,000 students or 1,500 students, I've created that, right? We provide that license to you. You will then provide the access, to the student that you want.
All eligible students.
Yes. Because for us to control from the individual point of view becomes very difficult. So we will provide it to you and you will provide to all the institutions. All the students over there. The newcomers also who are coming next year, their email IDs will be different. So we cannot control it. It's very difficult for us to control that. But we will keep on renewing your licenses every year. For you, it's a lifetime license.
Okay. So here I would like to ask a question. In the license for revenue generation in that category, you have two points mentioned over here.
Yeah,
License for short-term programs and license for BBA, MBA. So
yeah.
it means that it gives us license to use it for the certificate programs and all the UG, PG programs,
Yes,
right?
madam. Yes.
Okay, okay.
And that was, I was telling ma'am about the innovation fund. Through this, you can create an innovation fund.
Let us say today, tomorrow you introduce an executive program in innovation and MBA, right?
Mhm.
EDP
Right.
program, MDP program, short-term program, long-term program. You can use the
Use
tools.
these tools,
Yeah,
right?
you can empower those students with these tools.
Okay. Okay, great. So apart from this, any individual subscription plan is there?
We are not into B2C, madam.
Not into it.
Yeah, not at all. Because for me to for us to
Suppose if institutionally we are not purchasing this, but individually if I want to purchase for my own like updation, keeping myself connected, uh, for that purpose, then is there any scope for that?
no, because
Individually, if faculty member
individual
wants
B2C licenses, we have completely stopped, madam, because it
stop
becomes
that.
very
Okay.
difficult for us to do the FDP and mentoring for one person. You know,
Okay.
if it is in a block of 20, people, it becomes easier for us. Economically, it is not feasible for us. So, whether it is corporates or it is the institutions, wherever we have gone, I think the list is here. So wherever we have given, it is only
Mhm.
B2B. We have not
It's
gone,
only institutions,
yeah,
right?
only institutional licenses. Even for the corporates also, yeah.
Okay.
Because the economics don't work.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So definitely I got the idea. I would definitely write it back to the management. Anyways, I hope you will share me the recording also soon.
Sure.
So that recording will also shared with the people who are supposed to be joining this meeting today,
Sure.
and also with my remarks, obviously.
Sure.
And it's
So
really great to listen to you. I really like it.
thank you, madam. It's a pleasure to have you with us today, and thank you very much for your positive feedback. Do you want us to send the formal proposal to you also?
Yeah, that will be great. And also, if you have your company information and this thing,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, some brochure and a few sliders maybe
yeah,
of this
yeah.
presentation,
Yes.
so that quickly we can put it to the
Sure,
management
sure,
for
sure.
their reference.
Sure, madam. So I will send you the formal proposal. I'm sure Navneet would be having all the details. He can share with me, and we'll give you the presentation also. And look forward to a wonderful association. I hope that we'll be able to make a great contribution to your future journey.
Yeah, look forward for that. So
Yeah.
definitely the commercials will be discussed with the senior thing if this moves ahead. So my role is just to understand the requirement, just see if this is helpful for our students. So definitely I'll reply with my comments.
Sure, madam. Sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with
Yeah,
us today.
thank you. Yeah,
And
thank you
thank you,
so much.
Navneet. Thank you, Navneet, for connecting. And we'll send the details to ma'am very soon. Yeah.
Yes, and
Sure. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
I'll,
so much for coming, ma'am, and joining
yes,
us.
thank you, Navneet, and I'll be connected with you for the
Sure, ma'am.
further.
Right.
So
Fantastic.
I do hope that you find this very useful for your school, for your
Yes,
university.
I did. That's why I said it's really impressive. And currently looking at the all requirement, so looking at the requirements is perfectly matching with our
Ma'am,
requirements also.
ma'am, just one thing, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, no, please.
Ma'am, in case if your student goes for our this thing, we can issue them a certificate also that they have used.
Yeah, that
So
I
that
have seen that
yeah,
certificate, annual year-end certificate. The final year students will get the certificate. That I
That's
could
right.
see.
That's
so
right.
that their
Only
credentials can be enhanced.
Only thing I was just mentioning other few time back also, that if we can get some testing with like if you can get some access, temporary access to 2 or 3 students, where we would like to use this and get feedback from students how they are finding it. If it is अगर कुछ ऐसा हो सकता है, then
That possibility
just let me
is
not
not
possible.
there, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, that possibility, sorry, is
Okay.
not there because it's a huge platform with a lot of business intelligence and research which has gone into it. and
Mhm.
the students to provide to them. And all these tools, they are not on the cloud. Let me tell you,
Mhm.
only the World Innovation Network is on the cloud. All our mind maps can be easily downloaded by anyone. So uh, uh, that becomes a little difficult proposition for us. I
Right,
hope,
right.
I
I got
hope,
it.
I hope you will understand the sensitivities.
Yes,
And
yes, I got it. But
yeah,
I was just thinking, well, like if we can get the feedback directly from the user's point of view and then submitted, it would have
that you
done
that
good.
you don't
But
worry. That you don't worry. We have excellent feedback from the customers and the students. Need not worry at all. Yeah.
but definitely, if as a faculty point of view, I really found it helpful. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And the students, the smart generation is even, more, I would say, they really know how to use it better than us. So, thank you so much once again. And I, really appreciate your valuable time. We'll definitely send you all the information and look forward to a wonderful collaboration.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice.
Thank you. Thank you.